Good morning, everybody. It is absolutely beautiful this morning. Sun shining, decent temperature. Still warmer in here than it is outside. 79 degrees. But nice cool breeze coming in the shop. Awesome. It's supposed to storm again today, starting about 11 a.m. So, all right, Dad brought this piece in. So this will go across here. Of course, I got to shape it to fit the curve. But I'll replace it up to here. You got to cut out for the keyhole. Awesome. Yeah, I'll get that split shaped to fit the deck lid. And then I'll hang it on there and I'll cut where I need to cut it. Get it all cleaned up and ready. And then I'll prime the inside of that. And with this off here, I can prime the inside of this. But I also need to get this welded up before I prime it, because, you know, I'll burn the primer off of there. I got a little patch in the corner on both sides. But the rest of this come out pretty decent. He's not making a show car, it's more of a rat. So it wasn't having to be exactly perfect, as in that radius there and stuff like that. You know, it don't matter. He's just wanting it secured. I believe he is going satin black with this car. He just wants to go out and have fun. And hey, that's what it's all about, right? These cars are about fun. You gotta have fun with your toys. If everybody's focusing on work non-stop and bills and this and that and the other, life is not fun. You have to enjoy your life. He wanted this truck and he wants it to go out and have fun with. Perfect. This guy here, same thing. That guy there, he drove that car for many years and finally getting to restore it. It's what you want to do. I did that truck because I wanted to have fun with it. I grew up in that truck. I grew up in the passenger seat of this truck. Been all over the United States in this truck. I haven't quite got to where I can trust it that far, but it's getting there. Taking a little bit to get the bugs worked out because I'm always in here working. But every time I take it out, if I find something that needs done, I try to take care of it as soon as I get time. And one of these days, that truck will make it to Tennessee or Florida or whatever. Gotta have fun in life. If you're always stressed out, it's not a good thing. Causes a lot of health issues. All right, enough rambling, let's get to work. All right, let's see, we got 46 and a half, actually 46 and 5/8, split that in half, it'd be 23 and 5/16. Just to double check. All right. So what I did was I just put a little bit of a groove in there. I'm gonna take it over there and put a bend right there to get that. I know the center ain't really gonna matter because I gotta cut around this anyways. All I'm gonna do is put a little bit of a tweak in it. About like that. I know that's way too much, but that's okay. All right. See, it's way too much bend, but that's all right because I can squeeze that down like that. Center this up. Like that right there. Okay, I want to check something. Just to make sure when I weld this back together, it's all the same. So, I'm going to come down to right here, put a mark. And that, I know, 5 inches. So this is 3 1/4. I just want to see, hanging it on there, how much difference it is. See, that gained almost a 1/2 inch, 7/16 of an inch. So I know when I cut that, I've got to be down to this point right here. So hanging it on there ain't gonna do me any good. So what I'll do is I'll center this up again, like that, right there. And I'll mark the ends. That way I know where I gotta cut the verticals. I want to be able to see that whole black mark, actually part of that black mark, because I'll cut in the middle so there's a little bit of a gap and I can weld through it. Then I'll take my slide square, right there, and I'll just a little bit dented on that edge. Well, that rust has hindered me a little bit. I thought that center looked like it was a little whoppered up. All right, so in here, I'm gonna take this worn out cutoff wheel and I'm gonna position that where I need it there. I'm gonna mark the height. And trace it. Okay. I don't like it. It don't look right. Okay. I'm gonna get it different because I don't really like this. Okay. Let's go 1/4 inch on each side. And strike a line. All right. Now we'll hang this back on there. Like that. Yep. And it's centered again. And then we'll mark this. And let's see. Let's go up 1/4 inch. I'm not sure why the camera just kicked off like that, but okay. We're gonna do that. Okay, that's pretty close right there. And then I'll mark that line and that line. Hang that there, line those two up and those two. That don't look right. What did I do? There we go. Yeah, that's better. All right. Take the old plasma. Clean this out. Mo better. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, now I need to finish building this, fill that in on both sides. At this point, do a little hammer dolly, get those put in there. Hammer dolly on that one. Clean all this up, and I can get all this welded and ground just the way it sets. Then I can come in here with the primer, get all this primed, come in this side and shoot primer in there best I can, of course. This here, I'll clean that up and probably just put a tack right there just so it holds it where it needs to be. All right, I'll show you what I did there. I didn't want this moving in and out. So if you look, the front side of this is even with the back side of this. That's where you want it. I tacked down in and then ground the face of that to where when I put the new material up there, the outside will be flush. Can you see that step in it? That's just to hold it till I start welding everything together. See if I can shape it a little bit better before. Shoot, I like it. I like it. I love it. Come on, guys, finish it. Okay. I do believe it's time to weld this up. Come on now, that's hot. Too hot to handle. Come on, dang it. Cool off a little bit so I can handle you. Really? Beautiful. Come on. Get it ground. I say, I like it. All right. Go get the other side that far. This side I got a little bit more gap. I don't like that. I'm gonna make a new one. Dang, that's hot. Really? Man, I really cranked that one down, didn't I? All right, now, all that's tacked on there. I need to get this notched out and test fit, see how it looks. Doing that ground loss thing again. I think I'm gonna pop that cover off there, see if that ground wire come loose inside. See, now it's cutting just fine. I bet it's come loose inside, and every once in a while it gets a good contact. Get that ground up and do a test fit. I'm gonna knock the lump off these tack welds. Yeah, buddy. That end looks good. I need to trim just a little bit right there so it'll drop down. Let's see. Move it over. Perfect. So just need to do a little bit of cleanup on the edge. Once I do that, it'll drop down into place. All right. 5 inches, that's where it's supposed to be. That's where it's supposed to be. See, the center is up, which tells me it's not straight. It's supposed to have a slight bow. So I'm going to split this right here up to about right there. Get that pulled down. That's why I measured 5 inches on all of it. I measured from here to this line and it was 5 inches. All the way across. So I'll split that, pull it down till it's 5 inches. I'll just have another little bit of a weld, no big deal. Let's put this there's 5 inches. That's what I need right there. Pull that up. Gotta do a little cleanup right there. Okay, now I know every bit of this fits. All of it fits. It's got the exact same all the way across. I can come through, get all this welded up, ground up, ready to go. Get off my foot. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of hem work on this, get it brought on over before I go priming and everything, but yeah, once I get this all welded up, I'm gonna tap that on around a little bit, weld this up, should be ready to primer, let it set for long enough to cure out, and then I'll start putting it together. Should be done today, I hope. All right, now that's secured and I don't have to worry about it closing up, changing that gap and all that stuff. This is the one without the release tab. See, all I did was brought that on over. When I go to put it on, I'll sandwich that on down tight. I'm gonna put some holes in here, and then I'll plug through that into this tab, just like the factory lip was. So now I can go ahead and drill these holes and begin welding everything up. Guys, it's getting close to that rain coming in, and it is getting muggy. Getting muggy! All right, guys, that panel had about 3/16 of an inch gap right there when I hung it on there. I just put that back there to make sure it's welded good. I don't want to have a huge gap all the way across this. I know I'm going to have a little bit of a gap around this, but that's okay. It is good to have a little bit of a gap. Not that much though. Generally, I'll do a gap the thickness of that cutoff wheel right there is what, 3/64, something like that. So now, since that'll have a gap, let's see, grab a piece of drop down here. It'll be about like that right there. So when I weld, all three pieces will become one. And when I grind it off, it'll be smooth and not lose all my strength for the weld. All right, right now I'm gonna go home and eat. I'm hungry. And that rain didn't hit, but man, did it get humid. Had a few sprinkles here or there. I'm feeling it's gonna hit after a bit. When I get back, I'll clean and prime all that up in there, and the inside of this panel, and then I'll let that set long enough to dry, and then I'll come back and start putting the skin on. I'd love to have this thing done today. I'm not getting paid for 2 full days of labor on this thing, but it ended up taking a lot longer than I expected. Well, I forgot to plug these holes, so I'm gonna hit them real quick. Come on, get on the hole. I'm not seeing where I'm at. There we are. The guy that wanted me to do this did not want undercoat in there. He didn't want like a bomb carrying primer. He wanted something mixed with a catalyst. So Evercoat 4-to-1 for the win. Hopefully this thing dries up enough that I can start welding it together after a bit. If I can get it all welded and ground today, I'll hit it with primer before I leave. Hate waiting games. Okay. What did I do with my tape measure? There it is. And 5. Clean that up just a little bit. primer's still sticky, guys. Not only is the primer sticky, but I'm sticky. Yeah. That humidity's up there now. That's mo better. Why in the heck is that not going in? Can you feel me now? Stupid 110 welder. There he is. Alright guys, I got the whole front welded up. Couple small waves in it. One right there, and one right there. When I grind it up, I'll tap around on it, try to get it a little bit better, but this side don't feel hateful. I gotta finish hemming this over. That might take some of that out, but I gotta finish hemming this over, weld the corner, plug weld those holes, grind it up, get it under primer, and it can get out of here. I never dreamed this trunk lid would have took this long. Yeah, I've had a couple interruptions today, but nothing drastic. It's 6 o'clock. I'm going home. Guys, till tomorrow, have a blessed evening.